The town of Arlington stages a trio of vaccination clinics trying to stay ahead of the COVID-19 pandemic and the current concern regarding the Omicron variant. Just how difficult is it to get the booster shot? We have an update. The Housing Corporation of Arlington welcomed area residents and dignitaries to a ribbon cutting on December the 2nd. And it's a ribbon cutting that is very timely, as more housing becomes available to low-income residents. Even though it's the darkest and coldest time of year, 'tis the season for the Festival of Lights and Miracles. Hanukkah is celebrated in Arlington's Central Fire Station, bringing with it joy and hope for everyone. And ACMi gets in on the holiday spirit as a pair of really brave exterior decorators adorned our Park Avenue building with a warm dose of holiday magic. Ah, youth. ACMi News starts right now.
From McLennan Park to Spy Pond, from Poets Corner to the Mystic River, we have Arlington covered. We're your neighbors, a friend you can turn to, giving you stories that count from people who care. Dedicated, determined, dependable. This is ACMi News.
There are new concerns tonight regarding the COVID-19 Omicron variant. Still, the town of Arlington does what it can to take care of area residents. Hello, I'm Nicole Garay.
And I'm Paul Werland. You'll recall this new strain was first identified by scientists in South Africa who raised the alarm over its unusually high number of mutations last week. Omicron has already reached the shores of North America. Just days ago, it was identified in Canada and America. With that in mind, Arlington leaders are trying to stem the tide of COVID cases in town. Arlington is staging 3 COVID vaccination clinics at Town Hall, where residents could receive a third Moderna booster shot. This has taken place over the last 2 weeks and applied to residents over 18 who already have received their COVID vaccination shots at least 6 months ago. These clinics were set for Monday, November 22nd, Tuesday, November 30th, and finally Monday, December 6th. As of now, the latest town-wide numbers show that there are currently 233 probable cases of COVID in Arlington, more than 1,350 recovered COVID-19 cases, and 88 deaths. For the latest up-to-date information on COVID-19 in Arlington and how you can get the Moderna booster shot, just go to the town website, arlingtonma.gov.
Since Governor Baker's recent announcement that the Moderna booster shot is available to anyone who got their second vaccination shot at least 6 months ago, it's been difficult for some to find a place where their booster shot is readily available. I went out to the streets of Arlington Heights to find out just how hard it is to get shot number 3.
I got my third one last week. I actually didn't even have to make an appointment. I happened to be up in North Reading and there was a CVS, walked in, got my flu shot and my third booster at the same time.
I was following the announcement. As soon as I saw that I was eligible, I made an appointment and got a booster. It took a few weeks, but that was okay.
I was able to receive my booster yesterday, actually. It was a little bit difficult to schedule at first, but I found a clinic in Lowell where I got a spot.
Meantime, Governor Baker says a digital QR code-based vaccine passport is coming soon to Massachusetts. The governor's administration has reportedly been in contact with several states about creating an app that would streamline vaccine verification using the scannable quick response codes known as QR codes.
The Housing Corporation of Arlington welcomed area residents and dignitaries to a ribbon cutting on December 2nd. And this grand opening could not come soon enough. 2 buildings, 19R Park Avenue and 117 Broadway in Arlington, will offer 48 new units of affordable housing for low-income residents. ACMi News Director Jeff Barnes spoke to Frank Tadley from the Housing Corporation of Arlington about these much-needed town projects.
You must be very thankful that finally, you're going to have a ribbon cutting.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, it's been a long time. The first interest in the Park Avenue site started in 2009, and there were a lot of issues there. There were prior buildings that had some contamination and things like that that caused that to drag on for quite a while. The Broadway started in 2014. That's when we purchased the land on the Broadway site. And it's been a long journey, and it's finally coming to fruition.
How much is this project and how are the funds raised?
But the total cost is in excess of 27 million, somewhere around there. And of course, it's not completely done yet, so there might be some slight things. It's the old 90-90 rule. We're 90% there, we're 90% to go.
That's fine. That's great, though.
So what we're going to do is we've engaged with Barcan. They're a solutions people for things like housing and qualifications and things like that. So we've already started that process. We've already had a lottery, and from that they've selected a wide range of people in need of housing, and they'll start the interview process and to see if they qualify and so forth. That hasn't been complete yet, because one of the requirements for any of these types of buildings, including your own home, of course, is a certificate of occupancy.
Especially with the COVID crisis that we've had and endured for all these months. Low-income housing is needed now more than ever, or at least for a long, long time, especially in the town of Arlington.
Yes, absolutely. And it's been kind of tight. We have several sites. We have like about 28 what we call small sites, 1 and 2 unit buildings around town already. Plus at 260, 252, and 258 Mass Ave, we have a larger set of 3 buildings with maybe 8 to 10 units in each building. So we've gotten quite a lot done, but the need is still there and it's growing probably.
If you wish to know more about HCA's latest projects, just go to their website, housingcorparlington.org. The Department of Planning and Community Development and Arlington Public Schools announced that the town will receive more than $325,000 to replace 2 older diesel school buses with model 2022 electric school buses. You're looking at examples of the school system's current fleet of buses. Obtaining the electric buses is part of a competitive grant program award from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency's State Diesel Emissions Reductions Act program. In addition to funding the 2 new school buses, this grant will finance the purchase and installation of a pair of charging stations for the buses. These actions get us closer to the goal of a complete transition to zero-emission vehicle purchases by no later than 2030. Town leaders say replacing old diesel vehicles with new electric ones delivers valuable health benefits to Arlington by reducing exposure to air pollution.
With the holiday shopping season here and area customers encouraged to shop local, the town is making it easier and cheaper for shoppers to run home with their treasures. On Saturdays, during the holiday shopping season, the town is allowing free parking to all metered spots on the street and in the 2 municipal parking lots in Arlington Center, at Russell Commons Lot on Mystic Street and the Railroad Lot on Lamson Way. This free offer is made available on the following Saturdays, December 4th, 11th, and 18th. So there's absolutely no excuse not to buy local this year for all your loved ones. And remember, even parking enforcement officers like a holiday gift or 2. It's among the most widely observed Jewish holidays of the year. This year, the festive 8-day celebration of Hanukkah occurs from November 28th through December 6th. Area residents got to celebrate the Festival of Lights at Arlington Central Fire Station on December 1st. Rabbi Avi Bucket from the Shabbat Center for Jewish Life on Lake Street was on hand for the holiday festivities. Even though Hanukkah occurs in the midst of the darkest and coldest time of the year, it's a holiday that brings light, joy, and warmth to our homes and communities, as celebrants mark this holiday with candles, food, family, and friends. And of course, lighting a candle on the menorah is a centuries-old tradition that marks the miracle of this colorful holiday.
There's never been a more crucial moment for the holiday to be celebrated like this year, because it's all about the freedom for religious expression, the freedom that whatever you choose to believe in, whatever you choose to express culturally or religiously, it can be done and it can be celebrated.
This holiday is about miracles. It's about, forgive me if I'm wrong, but it's about the Maccabees and the fact that the oil lasted 8 days instead of one. It was 1 day supply, which makes you believe, really, in miracles. And we can all use it, not just those who practice Judaism.
Absolutely. The whole idea of the menorah lasting 8 days and not just 1 day like it was naturally supposed to last for, is the idea of the increasing of light. And isn't there no greater moment than every single year, as it's the darkest time of the year seasonally, for us to increase every single night one light after the next. And that brings miraculous things into our lives. That brings miraculous ideas and beautiful new things into each and every one of our lives.
Hanukkah represents determination and belief that things can be better. Determination that if you keep at it, if you keep at your beliefs and you continue to live your values, that good things and the right things will happen. And that's what Hanukkah means to me. It's the festival of light. It's the festival of all that's good, and it represents a story of real determination and stick-with-itness.
The exact date of Hanukkah fluctuates from year to year because of discrepancies between the Hebrew and the Gregorian calendars. The solar calendar year is based on the 365 days it takes the Earth to orbit the Sun, while the Hebrew calendar year is based on the 354 days it takes for the Moon to go through 12 complete cycles of roughly 30 days each. This is why Hanukkah came early this year.
Another prominent Arlington restaurant is closing its doors for good on December 16th. The owners of Twyrl at 315 Broadway decided not to renew their lease. This according to the restaurant website. They say many factors helped shape this decision, none more challenging than the breakdown of the supply chain. The owners say this has caused the cost of goods and services to soar, making the prospect of committing to a long-term lease far too great a risk in the face of future economic instability. The owners say they'd like to thank their customers for supporting Twyrl over the years, and especially through these difficult last few months. In a statement on the Twyrl website, the owners stated, "We are forever grateful and will truly miss seeing you and being of service to you. We ask that the friends of Twyrl stop by before we close, if only just to say goodbye. Fair warning, we may shed some tears." Again, Twyrl's Last Supper is scheduled for this December 16th.
ACMi is getting into the holiday spirit as staff members deck the Park Avenue building with boughs of, well, bows.
To be more accurate, bow. ACMi's news director Jeff Barnes says adorning our Park Avenue building with holiday ribbons and a big red bow may look easy, but it isn't.
Well, it's that time of the year again. How fast has this year gone? It's time to decorate 85 Park Avenue, ACMi's Studio A headquarters right here at Park Avenue in Arlington Heights. And it may look easy to put a ribbon and a big bow on a building, but there's a lot of obstacles to overcome. First, there's the roof, a slippery slate roof, the anti-sandpaper of all roofs. Then there's the cupola to maneuver around. Dead center on the rooftop, a very impressive climb for even King Kong. The angle of the roof looks good from here, but get up there, and you'll feel as though a harmless little obtuse angle quickly becomes a frightening Hitchcockian acute angle real quick. Sprinkle in a dash or two of nearly 60 snow guards to trip you up and, well, keep paying into your health plan.
I think the older I get, the more afraid of heights I get. So going up to the roof is not my specialty, but it might be my partner Monty's, but certainly not mine.
So Monty, who's approaching the big 4-0, drew the short holiday straw.
I like it,
What are some of the hard parts?
The hard part, on the back. Yeah.
That's where you're the highest.
Yeah, on the high, yeah.
Yeah. Do you get vertigo, Monty, or is everything all right with you?
Everything all right with me. No problem, no scare, no nothing,
Okay, well, I get vertigo, so it's nice that you're here, Monty.
All right.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
No, thank you, Monty and Anthony. As you can tell, bedecking the walls of this place takes young people. That's why they're there on the ladder putting the ribbon up, and, well, I'm here telling you about it. It's a good deal all around. Everybody's happy with it.
We got sun out here we can see, and yeah, I think today about 3-4 hours we should be out of here and you guys are ready to go for your Christmas holiday.
And so we tip our Christmas caps to these two young and brave and merry gentlemen. You're on Santa's nice list tonight. And while the merry bells keep ringing, happy holidays to all. And to all, a good night.
And have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
And join us on Saturday, December 11th, right after the Heights holiday stroll in the afternoon hours. We'll be out in front of our 85 Park Avenue location to celebrate the holidays. We'll have cider, cookies, and hot chocolate on hand, as well as our outstanding singing voices to ring in the Yuletide season. We hope to see you there. If you pour it, they will come. As you may already know, the Heights Pub at 1314 Mass Ave in the Heights is finally open for business.
It had a soft opening last month, and according to the tavern's owner, they have fine-tuned the place. ACMi's news director, Jeff Barnes, reports, "It's very clear our pub is here to stay."
The Heights Pub has been in development since the spring of 2019, taking over the former Baelish 5 and 10 space. First, there was the paperwork of acquiring the old building. Then there was some blowback from area business owners regarding the number of parking spaces the pub would attract, which required a variance from town bylaws. And as things seem to be slowly transforming from this to this, COVID-19 entered the picture, which put a temporary halt to town inspections and the licensing process. It really was enough to drive one to, well, yeah.
There's a lot to go into it, from starting out a business from scratch and building out a full restaurant with all the building permits and the parking permits, and it took a little bit longer than I thought it was going to.
But you finally got it open. It looks great.
Thank you.
Jim O'Rourke also owns the first pub in Winchester and is obviously going for the same look and feel of his first pub and bringing that warm, inviting atmosphere to his beloved second pub.
That was done by design. It works over in Winchester, so we felt we'd bring that concept over here to Arlington as well.
Much like his first pub in Winchester, Jim O'Rourke tells me that the Heights Pub will be serving a hefty bill of fare with what he calls good old American pub food. Some meals will be served gluten-free. All you have to do is ask. And of course, all this comes with a full-service bar featuring several beers, wines, and spirits.
We try and have something for everybody. We have a pretty good kids menu, and then fresh fish, hand-cut steak tips here. We cut our own chicken marinated here, fresh salads. So we try and keep it a little bit more than a pub.
Opening this establishment in the Heights certainly was no easy task over the last 24 months or so, when O'Rourke's dream of owning a pub in his hometown began taking root. But he stood firm, facing some trying odds, and is now here. His tenacity proving where one door closes, another one opens. For ACMi News, I'm Jeff Barnes.
Several ACMi employees went to the pub's soft opening while doing some research, of course. When they got there, they say the place was packed, and it's been that way ever since. In the past, ACMi News has always been proud to train and show off our interns who are seeking a career in broadcast media.
We'd like to introduce you to Bridget Sesh, the newest sports intern, who is very enthusiastic about a career in broadcast media.
Time to meet the intern.
Hello, I'm Sean Spencer. This is my partner, Radio Star. I'm afraid your video will kill him.
That's not true. The name is Burton, and the camera has loved me since I've been a baby.
Hi, welcome to Arlington Community Media Incorporation's YouTube page. My name is Bridget Sesh, and I'm the newest sports intern here at ACMi. My favorite TV show definitely has to be Psych.
Sean Spencer, I will be your psychic ferryman over the River Styx. That's Gus, my ferry.
Hello.
I'm originally from Kingston, New York, which is in the Catskill Mountains in the mid-Hudson River Valley region of what I call upstate, but that can be disputed easily. I wanted to intern with ACMi because of all the work they do when it comes to teaching and youth programs, because since I am in grad school, I'm trying to build up my experience, and it's just such a great place to do it. You feel safe, everyone here is so nice, and I'm really just learning a lot. Part of the whole process is probably editing. I like making the final product as fluid and beautiful as possible, and for me it's just really relaxing, and I just get into some sort of flow, and I just prefer editing a lot. I really like that part of the post-production work. Alright, well, thank you so much for everyone who watched the video, and just thank you again to ACMi for giving me this opportunity. I hope everybody really enjoyed, and hopefully we'll see you at the studio. Bye.
If you wish to become an intern at ACMi, either in front of the camera or behind the camera, or both, give ACMi a call at 781-777-1115. What's happening with Arlington High School students this week?
We return to our Studio B at Arlington High School for this week's Ponderscope with Jasper Zelmer.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Ponderscope. Ninth graders in good standing are now eligible for open campus, which means they are not required to remain on campus during free times. Freshman seminar will be dropped from schedules. If students choose to stay on campus during these times, they are expected to be in approved, supervised areas. All students must continue to sign in and out when leaving campus. If you have any concerns about your eligibility for open campus, please contact your dean. Auditions for Arlington High School's spring musical, Tommy, are coming up. Vocal auditions are on December 9th and 10th, and acting auditions are on the 13th and 14th. Vocal auditions are mandatory if you want to be considered for the performance. An acting audition is suggested but not required, as you can still be in the company without an acting role. You can find the links to sign up for the audition slots in the description below. If you have any questions, contact Mr. Byrne. If you took the PSATs earlier this year, your scores are now available. To check them, sign into your Naviance account and go to the About Me profile in the top right of the screen, then click on Test Scores. Your results can be found at the top of that page. The National Honor Society tutors are available daily in the Media Center. The Bridge Builder Club holds homework hangouts in room 325C from 3 to 3:30 every Wednesday and Thursday. Learning Center tutors are also available daily in person and remotely. For more information, visit the Learning Center. That's all for this week's Ponderscope. I'm Jasper Zelmer.
In the spirit of a much-loved community event, Arlington Center for the Arts presented Arlington Porchfest stage on the front steps of Arlington's Town Hall last month.
Bands from around the area were playing everything from bluegrass to classic rock to alternative rock and smooth jazz. And ACMi covered the entire event. Here now are the sights and sounds from that November 13th affair, just in time for the holidays.
But I love you only. I'd rather be lonely than happy with somebody else. You might spend the nighttime the right time for kissing, but nighttime is my time for just driving in the dark. It proved to me your empathy.
The ACMi crew loved covering this event. They say the music was absolutely fantastic, and the piping hot pizza was delicious and plentiful. It's understood that TV people love pizza.
That will do it for this week's edition of ACMi News. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Nicole Garay.
And I'm Paul Werlin. We leave you tonight with the sights and sounds of the Hanukkah menorah lighting at the Central Fire Station, courtesy of the Chabad Center for Jewish Life. Happy holidays, everyone, and have a great week. We'll see you later.
You can always check out our latest segments and newscasts on the web at acmi.tv/news. And don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram at ACMi News. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. You'll find us at youtube.com/ACMi News. If you have any news tips for us or wish to become a citizen journalist, we'd love to hear from you. Email us at news@acmi.tv or stop by ACMi Studio A at 85 Park Avenue.
Very long ago, the people of Judea fought for life and liberty. Lighting the menorah, singing songs of praise, they thanked God for the victory.